Yo, boys, what we saying? Get the face come on. What we saying, boys? How are we? How we doing? It is a bank holiday, but I thought I'd jump on anyway. Let me know who's here, boys. Say yo if you're here. If you're here, say yo. Yo, boys, what we saying? To be real, I might even bang this. Get the face come on. Little hat on today as well. How we doing? It is a bank holiday. See what this is saying, this hat. Anyway, let me know who's here, boys. Say yo if you're here. It's looking a bit dead at the sides. Can't lie. Anyway, boys, what we saying? Let me know what charts we're all looking at. Oh, bro, I don't like. Fuck it. Anyway, I need to mute this. Jesus Christ. Yeah, boys, let me know what charts we're looking at. Mainly EG. I know a lot of people are looking at EU and GU reversals as well. So let me know what you man are looking at. I'm just gonna get an announcement sent in. Bang this YouTube chat on. And then we'll get moving, boys. We will get moving. Turn this on. Put this on. Alright, this YouTube chat should load now. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, boys, let me know what we're saying. Morning, everyone. Alright, sweet. Let's get the announcement sent in. Actually, let me get these tunes on. It's fucking bare loud. Holy shit, mate, that's so loud. Yeah, I don't know how loud to make that. That's pretty sweet. Actually, bro, that's bare quiet, I'll be real. I don't know why it's so loud for you, man. Like, for me, that's alright. Alright, well, yeah, what we saying, boys? Everyone in the chat, let me know what pairs we're looking for. I'm going to send the announcement in right now. I'm going to get cracking. I'm only on here, I'm not on TikTok either, so I'll see the full chat. Morning, Tommy. Morning, Leon. Morning, Adrian. Morning, Flash. Daniel, Owen, morning, boys. So what, is everyone in the chat trading? What we saying? You man are moving quiet. I don't know if I'm just delayed. Am I delayed or what? Yo, am I delayed? Well, I'm delayed. No, I'm not. Some guys in GJ shorts. Fair play, lad. Have a look at that. Everyone drop a like on the stream as well, boys, obviously. If you haven't already. Send the announcement. Push. Alright, yeah, boys. Let's get into the charts. No one's really saying what they're looking for, so I don't really know what to look at. Someone said EU. EG shorts. EU buys off the 30-minute order block after the sweep. Right, let's look at EGU. Alright, I'm assuming it's this one here. Yeah, this one looks like a lovely buy. I know a lot of people's going to be looking for Asia liquidity grab sells, and look, you can trade Asia liquidity majority of days, but you've also got to trade in line with a bias. Like, you can't just ignore everything that's going on and trade. What the fuck was that? Oh yeah, I remember that trade. Do you know what I mean though, boys? So if you're getting into Asia liquidity grab sells, be careful, or just aim for like 1 to 2, because you're obviously going to get that move. You're going to get that initial movement, like if you're getting in EU or GU, but for me, it's not saying I'd actually want to be catching through the whole way down to the Asia low. I mean, the daily tropen's quite high up anyway. I just won't really be wanting to get into sells. Definitely, if you're gonna, GU's got more to come down to. I mean, even if we're looking at half hour again. Okay, yeah, this music gets louder as it fucking goes, mate. I feel like this is now bare loud. It's US bank holiday today, Memorial Day, slower PA expected. Yeah, it's a bank holiday in UK as well, and US. So it's going to be slow. It is going to be a slow one, but it should still be opportunities in the markets, boys, I'll be honest. I mean, we can see already the market's not doing anything crazy. The market's moving I would expect. There has been a decent distribution. If you look over the Asia session, we actually moved 60 pips, which is a lot. And we've already came down 30 pips in the London session, which is, again, quite a lot. So you might not see this as a lot of movement, but 30 pips down at 9:15 in the London session is a lot. Bear in mind, it already moved up. This is from 7 AM. It already moved up 21 pips and then moved down not 30 pips. Same with this, basically 20 pips up, EU 20 pips up, and about 30 pips down. DXY, yeah, same thing really. Let's get rid of this now. This was the immediate continuations, but yeah, like you said, it does look like it's going to these order blocks here on the 30-minute, 15-minute, whatever. You lot are prioritising the 30-minute does look nice, so just because we've got that imbalance there as well. The candle's more body as well. EG shorts off 15-minute order block potentially. Yeah, I mean, EG's just fucking doing this thing. Everything we're seeing from EGs is expected. Like on the weekly, you got to remind ourselves on the weekly. So overall, let's just start from the top down, because when you're trading EG, it's important to know where you're at. So EG basically, overall on the weekly, we're kind of bearish, right? But all of this is kind of irrelevant because this is so long ago, it doesn't really matter all this. What we really care about is sort of this. Alright, and what we see then, that's basically since like the start of the year essentially, or the start of, the start of the year. So all of this, it is really bearish, but the key thing is that since the start of the year, what have we actually seen? And obviously there's big things have happened since the start of the year. We had a lot of elections, which means obviously a lot of, and not just elections, but as well, we had a lot of changing over. If you think about it, UK changed, I'm pretty sure. Well, obviously UK and US both changed. I'm talking about like from left to right. So, and I'm sure a few bigger economic powers in Europe did as well. I don't know if France did, because didn't they form like a coalition? Because there was a load of, and same with Germany. I don't actually know that much, but I know obviously countries in Europe and US and the UK all had big economic sort of changes with powers coming in. So we've sort of got to look at the recent year rather than looking at all of this, because this is like old kind of, if you know what I'm saying. And that's why I say it's old. It's kind of like old policy almost, right? This is actually current. So what we see is bullishness, right? Purely this year we see bullishness from EG. So automatically what I'm seeing is not just bullishness, not just that what we mentioned economically, but we're seeing obviously a change of character here and then a pre-break, which is pretty strong. This means that this bullish leg here is going against the trend, and we should really continue. We should see this move now and that. And when we have a bullish move like this, what we instantly look for is internal and external. So basically what we're looking for is for this leg to be retraced and then continued, which is pretty much what's happened so far. And then, yeah, like I said, it's internal, external. So our external are highs, external high and external low. Obviously, like we said, we're bullish. So we want the high to be broken. And then it's about the internal. And the internal is this order block here I would go for. I mean, you could go for this order block down here, but the reason I wouldn't is because I say we've got this order block, this imbalance, which is then being filled. So this order block actually filled this imbalance here, which is why I'd consider this to be the one and not that one. So yeah, that order block there, bomb, and then we'll be looking to buy. off of that. However, obviously the last like 2 months purely we've been bearish in this retracement. So EG, it's important to know where you are. You may think I'm waffling or whatever, but it's important to know what you're actually looking at in EG, because we're at an important point now. We've just tapped into this order block. So, and really it's one of them things as well. We kind of have CRT, but not really that well. So it's a very crucial time. And I know it kind of sounds kind of stupid to say, but we are either going to see like clear just sells continue or a higher time frame reversal. So what I mean by that is on the 4 hour as well, we can see blatantly what we're going to see on the what we should see on the 4 hour is this. We should just continue this bearishness, right? You should never assume that this weekly order block's going to come through. Always assume that what's happened for the last like month, 2 months is going to continue, right? When you're talking that higher time frame. So what should happen is we should just carry on moving off these internal externals and obviously take the external low. If we look at internal, we filled the 4 hour order block, external took the low. Internal filled the order block just now, and then external we should come down to the low. So we've got a fair bit left to target the low. We've got like 16 pips, which on EG is actually pretty decent. And then like we said, if that doesn't happen, then it just means that we're gonna, in my opinion, have a higher time frame reversal, which should mean the next week and few weeks should be decently tradable, and we should see nice continuation. So one of those two things is going to happen. I personally think we are at least going to see this complete and then potentially see that move up later on in the week. But that's basically my thought process on EG. And then when we bring it down as well, we can see kind of nice lower time frame. As I said, we've got this order block. You can refine it down to the 15 if you want, and then you can see we've got within, we've got this accumulation, manipulation where we took out the highs, and then this is obviously the start of the distribution. So this is what you'd really be trying to see for this session and the rest of the day. Really, that's what I'll be looking at anyway. Alright, but order block is not in a discount. What are you saying, bro? So you caught a mint gold move this morning. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, boys, I'm not glad I was explaining that for time. So if I'm a bit back in the chat, then just comment it again. No trading Mondays for me, but always watching the markets. Yeah, it's always important to watch, bro. EU, order block, not a discount. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's sort of important to think about what you're actually looking for right now when you're talking about it's not in a discount. You're not trading this range because, so you're saying this is a high and this is a low basically, and you're looking for it to come down and like that. This hasn't even fit. You don't even know if this is finished making the high yet. Look at this candle here, for example. This candle here dropped 70, 80 candles and it's still part of the 4 hour range. This has only dropped 35, so it could still drop another double that and then still be part of the range. So we're not trying to catch the 4 hour reversal, bro. My hair's looking. But yeah, we're not trying to catch the 4 hour reversal. It's still part, like we don't know if this is the high yet. This is probably going to go on to be higher and the range will be like that, and then we'll look for it to come down. So yeah, that's kind of why we're looking at this order block here. And really, if we look at what it's actually part of, the main thing is part of as well is this 4 hour imbalance here. Right, that's one of the main things as well. So you're going to actually mark that out. It's important. And then the actual range. So this is what I'm saying. In terms of like, it's always important to know, in terms of internal and external, the best way to do it is internal and external, what we're coming off and what we're going to. So right now, internal and external, my internal and external is not this, right? Our internal and external will be, so we've most recently filled this internal and then taken this external. So in terms of this move here that we get, where it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, what I think we're currently in is the move continuing to go up. There's no evidence that we're now seeking out our internal. There's no evidence of that yet. We haven't broken anything. We haven't had a change character. We haven't had a inversion. We haven't tapped into something brilliant. Do you know what I mean? We're really still part of this bullish move here. We're still moving. So yeah, I'm looking for the current move to the current momentum anyway on that 4 hour to still be bullish, and then that brings us to the internal and external on the lower time frame. Get rid of what the fuck? Oh yeah, which is what we're actually sort of trying to catch. And the internal and external on this time frame, in my opinion, I'd say the range low is there, the range high is there. So I think that we are, obviously we've most recently taken external highs, you can see that. So I think in this time frame, the 15-minute time frame, this is the internal and external. So this is where I can see us. So you see the difference. The phase on the 4 hour is this part of this bullish leg, but the phase of this 15-minute is this bearish leg, right? Which is why it's kind of a good time to buy, right? Because we're kind of at the end of a bearish move and the higher time frame's bullish. This is what you're trying to catch, right? So this is basically EU and why I wouldn't really consider it to be in a discount necessarily. Oh, sorry, or not in the OTS, because if you draw it on for the 15, you can see we are in the discount nicely. So it sort of depends what time frame you're looking at. EG shorts, what you saying on USD JPY? EU buys to Asia high trust. Can you look at EJ, EU longs? Not trading Mondays. USD JPY. Yeah, let me know, boys. Is anyone actually in any trades, or are we all just looking? Let me know, because not many people's really actually looking. I've got a few people on EU, a few people on EG. Other than that, people's not really interested. Let me know, is anyone actually looking at EG? Is anyone actually actively looking to get in, or are we just hypothesizing here? Are we actually looking to get in? Let's go on let me just actually go on UJ, because UJ was looking nice. I do want to see if that came through. Alright, yeah, that is nice. Boys, not gonna lie, UJ has been beautiful. UJ has been fucking nice. Alright, we called UJ really nicely, boys. For a while now as well, these JPY pairs. But let's just go over it on the, what was it, weekly, what was actually looking for. Again, it's always important you start from these higher time frames so you know where you're heading. You sort of need, like, internal and external is pretty much the key to the market, in my opinion. You need to know what you're coming from and heading to. It's like bare important to either, like, and if you don't have that on the weekly, then it's sort of make sure daily analysis or lower time frame analysis pointless. But anyway, on the weekly, and it's simple as shit as well if you look at it. So on the weekly, high, low, currently been moving down. So we're looking at external lows being taken. So our externals here, and our internal is obviously this fair value gap here. You can see on the weekly it's easy as well. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. There's 5 candles you can pick from, and then if you draw on this, if you only want to go with a premium, there's literally, this one's not even into, there's literally 1 or 2 candles you can go from. So fair value gap or order block is literally picked for you. You've got to pick the right one. I'd always go with a fair value gap over an order block on the higher time frame. Lower time frame order blocks can be a bit better, like half hour and that, but yeah, so that's basically the key to everything we're looking for now on the lower, is that we're coming off this internal liquidity and we're heading to this external low. So we're looking at sells primarily. That's where the trend's going. Now let's go down to the daily. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we saw weekly CRT as well into this high, which is why I was looking at this being completed. So that's being complete. That's been completed. Bear in mind now. So that's what we was looking for. This is the candle was looking to be bearish last week, and to be fair, fuck me, it's bearish as shit. So there we go. Boom that. Boomed that through. Absolutely boomed that through. So now we're really looking at the next phase, what's going on. And you got to be aware it's probably not going to be a straight sell-off again. Because after we have this big sell-off, you do need, obviously, as we know, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But that's been completed now, so we'll dot that out. And on the 4 hour, the mitigation was actually nice. We could pretty much follow it along the whole time. And now again, it's just a matter of internal, external again. Let's get rid of some of this. Matter of internal, external again on this 4 hour. So start here. You see internal was filled, external taken. Again, internal was filled and external was taken. I don't actually know what it was filling. Let's have a look. What was this thing actually doing? Looks like it was just re-tapping onto this wick, to be fair. If we go all the way down, this is going to be fucking something in there. Always is. Whatever it was doing, actually, if we turn on this. Right, yeah, it was just taking the liquidity above the prior day and tapping in. Whatever. But either way, sometimes it's not perfectly clear. Let's just say this order block, whatever. Either way, we can fucking see, boys, that the last thing that was mitigated was either this fair value gap or this unmitigated wick, whatever you want to say, and then this low was taken. So the current range high and low is, you should all know this, here to there, right? So this is the current range high and low. A higher time frame, we're bearish. Lower time frame, or not lower time frame, but 4 hour and 15 minute, we're bearish. So what we're really looking at is sells, and now again our internal, external. So our internals here does actually look in this instance like we're coming up. So we want to look for our POI here that we're looking to come into, and then look for sells. If we go on to the 4 hour, it's probably your best bet looking. And then yeah, you're just looking for fair value gaps. Really, there's 2 points I'm straight away seeing here. There's 2 real fair value gaps. We've got fair value gap number 1, which is in the discount probably, and then fair value gap number 2, which is here. So this is the only thing really so far. Everything else has just been following a plan. It's been doing this, it's been doing this, it's been doing this, it's been doing this. This is the only point where you've actually got to make somewhat of a decision. Are you looking for this this fair value gap to get targeted, or this one? There's no way of knowing for sure. We're just going to use what we really know, and we're going to say this one because it's in the premium. If you're looking for sales, you want to be selling at premium. So we'll use that one. We'll keep this one on obviously, but we're looking at this one. So really our direction for the week for UJ is moving up to here, and then looking to sell down to this low. And then obviously in terms of the higher time frame move, we want this low down here. This is basically what we're looking at UJ, and UJ is going to speak for a lot of JPY pairs. Not specifically, but I'd have found it moves the best compared to the M basket. Because you've got the DXY and the M basket to use, so it's just not easy, but you got them little helping hands there. Them little helping hands. Anyway, so yeah, I'll really be looking to continue buys from here. Like, I wouldn't be overly looking for age liquidity grab sells. I know some people would, but there's nothing really higher time frame confirming that. I reckon your best bet is probably going to be buying off of this order block here. This chart's quite messy. I don't normally have this much shit drawn on my chart, but yeah, pretty much that. Pretty much that is what I'll be looking for. Fucking mate, these are not so bright. I'm in GJ short. What are you saying for GJ? Want to trade UJ but not sure what it's going to do or where to enter. Well, that's not very good. Mr. 1 minute continuation into the Asia low on EU. Yeah, unlucky. To be fair, I don't know if we're really gonna move all the way. Like I said, this order block. To be fair, we may do. If you're in sales, yeah, there's no reason you should close it. Yeah, it's decent. Unlucky, missed it really. GJ's not been as clear. We're still doing what we sort of wanted though on GJ. clear this up a bit. Oh yeah, we're seeing nice CRT on GJ. So again, we should really be moving down. Seeing CRT of this, and then this candle, and this candle. So I want this to move down to here, and then move down to there. Same as UJ, we do want it to correlate to UJ ideally. Alright, so currently we are at a pretty awkward point. So again, all I'm doing is internal and external liquidity. What I would actually say here is where I'm looking for a sell, but we're coming off of internal. So obviously normally you'd like to see internal and then external, right? For this one, I'd like to see internal because we want to see reversal. Internal, internal again, and then external downside. So that's what happens when you have a reversal. Bro, can you check gold? Short. Yeah, I'll have a look after, bro. Yes, when you have a reversal, you got to think about it. It can't go internal, external, internal. It has to eventually go internal, internal, and then reverse, or external, external, and reverse, right? It's got to do one of those things eventually. So we're talking about internal here. I'll probably be looking at that, and then a move down to that. So I'd still say we're moving off our internal, but I don't think we're going to come all the way up to this high. I think we're going to come up to another internal fair value gap, and then move down. That's what I think we're going to do. So let's have a look on the daily time frame. Is there any good fair value gaps there? Not massively. I mean, we've got this one that's kind of already been filled. I mean, it has already been filled. Maybe we're just re-tapping on it. Or we do have this one up here as well, but this is not really much. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Nothing that clear. Yeah, nothing really that clear. What about the 12 hour? This is probably the best one on the 12 hour. That's probably, again, your safest bet. Again, this one's kind of difficult. This one's kind of difficult because, yeah, I'd ideally want to see it come up to here and then move down. So it's going to trick out a lot of people. Like a lot of people are going to be in shorts still, but if we move up like this and get to here, then a lot of people's going to be in longs. A lot of people's going to be loading up to longs, and then we're able to actually move to the downside. So yeah, that's what I'm mainly looking for. On the daily, yeah, we've filled this, and we're re-tapping on it now. So I'll put on that line that we're re-tapping on, just so we know. Might be actually filling. Is that where it is? Yeah. No, it's there. Yeah, we are re-tapping it, so GJ's an awkward one, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like clear, as you said, I'm already over predicting myself. You don't want to predict too much because you're probably going to be wrong. I'm predicting in not only in something that's not normal being internal to internal again, which is basically predicting a reversal, which is never going to go down well because most moves are continuations. I'm predicting a reversal, but I also don't have a clear POI from where that reversal is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be from a tap on here or if it's just a re-tap on here, so that I've got to predict for a start that we're going to actually move down off here rather than do what we should do and move up. And then second of all, I've got to try to predict which one of these two. So that's your problem if you're trading GJ. That's your problem right now. If you're thinking, cool, we're going to re-tap on this and move down, then yeah, you can look for sells. I can show you how to look for sells, but on a bank holiday, I don't know. It's not really your best bet, I'll be real. Most I'll be looking to do anyway is sell down to here, fully filled out, round to around about the DTI, maybe even this order block, but that's where I'll be looking to sell to. If you can get a decent retracement, yeah, you can still actually get in. That's all I'll be really looking to do, bro. I'll be real, because at least if you sell down to here, it can do either. It can just continue all the way down, or it can continue up and go to here, or it can continue up even further and go past that. So that's the most thing I'll be looking at, is sells down to there, which is still enough. Bear in mind, 30 pips, still calm. Bank holiday today, yeah, trust. Oh, gold you wanted to see, wasn't it? A lot of people was trading gold today. Of course, the degenerates are all about on bank holiday. The gold trades are always about. Gold, yeah, gold pretty simple really. I'll be looking for buyers. Yeah, when you're looking at this on the 4 hour, it's pretty simple. You haven't got to overcomplicate it. You've got a discount, you've got a premium, you've got internal, and you've got external. Your external buy side liquidity is the high. Your internal is either this fair value gap or this order block. Yeah, again, even this 8 hour order, this is probably what you want to go for. Bear in mind, boys, with order blocks, you don't want to be too accurate. So yeah, I'd probably just look at this sort of area for buyers. I know with gold, you sort of look for areas as well, more than specific points. But yeah, potentially just this 4 hour here. I mean, we've got that inversion there as well, which sort of been retapped, but might want to come into the 50%. We've also got this as well. This leg, so this is the leg we want to be cautious of. I would even actually be cautious of this as well. So this is what I'll be looking for on gold. What are you looking for? Gold shorts. So yeah, I'll be looking to short down to where we're at. Yeah, these sort of areas. You see those imbalances were from Friday Asia session, and London session didn't really do fuck all, didn't really tap into it, and then obviously New York session didn't either. So you're obviously looking for these lows to be broken. Yeah, gold shorts, I think we probably will move to the downside. I mean, it's just kind of obvious. Internal, external should slowly move down and then up. In terms of actually getting in, yeah, why not this order block? Obviously, it's difficult with gold because for a forex pair, I'd normally say, oh no, you'd want it to come up to the daily to open. Use this as inducement. Use that as inducement for price to then tap into that and move down. But with gold, it moves a lot quicker. So you can't do it a live execution if you're trading gold. I'll be honest. I don't think setting limits on gold's that beneficial. And you need to aim for sort of low RR moves, mate. I'll be honest. So if you haven't already got in off like this order block, you're kind of gonna have to scalp your way to fucking glory, mate. Just get that order block there. Yeah, something like that really. I mean, yeah, looks like it's running a bit. But that's what I look for. Again, boys, the key is today, the higher time frame's looking decent, but you don't want to look for mad higher time frame moves. You don't want to mad. Like I said, live execution in gold is the one. So I'm not really trying to show you a limit. I'm more just, you know what I mean? Short US 100, bro. What is with these crazy pairs? What is with these crazy pairs? Yeah, no one's really in any trades, I don't think, by the looks of things. I want to see EUG just continue down to here, man. What's EG doing as well? And obviously we'd rather get in GU buys. If we're looking at EG moving down, means we think the euro is going to get weaker and the pound's going to get stronger. Which means obviously if we're looking at EU buys and GU buys, we're much more going to prefer to get in GU buys. There is two different sides to it because you're more likely to get into the other one. You're more likely to get into EU because it's weaker, but it's like GU, where it is stronger, it's less likely to come all the way down and move up. It's more likely to move up here. So EU Europe, you're more likely going to get in, but GU is more likely to hit TP. It's kind of catch-22, but it's basically what would you prefer, which is why trading's quite a lot psychology based. I'm in that move, Lou, for gold. Nice. What did you live execution? I'm in a GY sell. A GY? Do you mean GBP, JPY sell? 2k profit. I'm still holding it. Fair play. Fair play. Let's see where you got in. Alright, let's see where Nell's got in. Let me draw his trade on. Let's see how it does. It is sort of in line with what we were saying earlier. Just a simple sell down to there if you are him. Should really come up and fill this. Could be a nice move. That actually could be a nice move. Yeah, that there could be a decent move. Let's hope that Nell's got in lower than that. Let's have a look. Let me draw it on. Oh yeah, he actually got a banging entry. What's his stop loss at? TP is looking for 3442. Boys, let me know if anyone else is in any actual trades and I'll mark them on. It's quite a big move. What RR is it as well? Fuck me, you must have risked it. Wait. Currently 1 hour up, so yeah, you're risking like 2% on this, I think. So even here, bro, this is what I'd really be aiming for. You can aim for that if you want. It's just a bit, little bit hopeful. I'm gonna draw. I'll keep that level on, but I'd rather just see this bit here. Because again, if you're on 100k account, risking 2%, as you are, 100k account, 2% risk, 2 RR. Boys, if you're doing that with a 50% win rate, you're killing it. You're killing it. You need a lot of people need to realise that. And let's say you're taking 6 trades, or let's say 8 trades in a month, so 2 a week, right? You're gonna have 4 L's, which is gonna give you minus 4%. Oh, sorry, 2%, so minus 8%. And you're gonna have 4 dubs, which is gonna give you plus 16%. I'm gonna give you 8% of a month. And that's banging, and you don't even really have to perform that well. You can perform worse than that, and like you don't have to be hitting 8% a month. That's passing your prop firm, but when you're actually funded wise, even 4% on a big funded's calm. But yeah, 8%. Let's say your take home, you get 80% of that, which is fucking $6K in pounds. Fuck knows what it is specifically, but at least 5K. So don't ever, boys, when you're thinking about these 2-to-1s, don't think you need high RR. You don't need high RR. You don't need to be catching 5, 6, 7-to-1s. Like, there's no need for it. Just look at the numbers there. TP's DTO, fair play. IDI, Fiji on EU got in the 1, 2R up. Nice. I'll have a look. I'll put on the EU move. But yeah, so with this one, 2% risk. If it hits for 2R, you're making 4% or 4K, which is pretty decent. It's still coming down nicely. Who's got limits set? Has anyone got limits set on this? This is what I mean. Like, GU is obviously more bullish, so it's more likely to move up, as we can see. But where he's more bearish, he's more likely to actually tap into the nice discount point we want it to tap into. So it's, yeah, this is why we say it's a little bit awkward. EG just moving down. I don't think we're really going to get a retreat. It would be nice if we could fill some of this, but I don't know if we will. Your best bet probably would have just been to sell from there, or even if you could have really sold from the daily to open with stop loss on the high TP like that, little 2-to-1 that way. EG's its own beast, isn't it? So let's see if we move off this. I've been doing the maths when I get funded off Richie. The numbers are mad for small wins. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. Honestly, it's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you have. We say that all the time, all the time, all the time. Yeah, boys, let me know what some trades we're in, because we are approaching that 10 o'clock. We are approaching that 10 o'clock. So let me know what pairs you're on. Probably will see some decent movement through to 11. But GJ not bullish. Yeah, but we're just looking at the retracement move. This isn't one of my trades. I mean, it does look alright though. That's kind of what we're looking for anyway. So we are a little bit, but we did just break it down, but let's rewind it a bit. Oh, that gold's in. Let's see if that gold moves. See how that does. Gold's a fun one to watch as well, so at least we can mark up a gold position. Alright, what's this?
Alan, Mike, thank you. I suspect our paths will cross again very shortly. Let me take this opportunity to thank all of the other pundits that I've had the pleasure of working with over the last 25 years. You've made my job so much easier. Also, a huge thank you to those you don't see at home. The work that goes into making this iconic show is a huge team effort, from the editors to the analysis team,
shout out Matthew McGreevy,
to the floor managers, from the producers to the camera operators, from the PAs to the subs. Thank you all. You're the very best. Rather like my football career, everyone else did all the hard work and I got the plaudits. It's been an absolute privilege to have hosted Match of the Day for a quarter of a century. It's been utterly joyous. I'd like to wish Gabby, Mark, and Kelly all the
he speaks like he's on LBC, like it's been utterly joyous. Fuck me.
Privilege to have hosted Match of the Day for a quarter of a century. It's been utterly joyous. I'd like to wish Gabby, Mark, and Kelly all the very best when they sit in this chair. The programme is in the best of hands. And my final thank you goes to all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your love and support over the years. It's been so special, and I'm sorry that your team was always on last. Time to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well done.
Oh no, he is a legend though, isn't he, man? He is a legend. Gary Lineker, what a fucking legend. He is a bit of a bean, isn't he? But he's G. He was a Match of the Day for ages. And now it's probably going to go ultra woke now, anyway. Match of the Day. I hope that GJ reaction is good. Of the FVG moved SL to BE. Yeah, let's see. Let's see for the re-entries. Both the same RR. You could have a little smash and grab it, not gonna lie. Could scale in here. This could be a naughty little scaling. And the only thing that's gonna fuck you here. The only thing that's gonna fuck you is if this order block comes through. It shouldn't really come through. I'll be honest. If this gets inverted though, you are cooked. But yeah, this shouldn't come through. Like, it's internal here. So that's potentially what's going to cook you. What you need is for the market to at least do that. Just wait and see. What's the exact TV, bro? You're pushing your luck a little bit there, KJ. Shit, let me oh mate, Discord's so jarring, bro. On this laptop, it just deletes itself. It's actually so jarring. It's actually fully jarring, lad. Nah, like, it's actually fucking jarring. I ain't gonna be able to send it to Discord in time, so we've actually had a lucky one here and we can send a better entry. Shit. just in case you man do want to get in. I do send all these live entries to the signals. Sweet, let me get this sent in, boys. Oh, they've mocked it. But why are they sent in the wrong one, bruv? Allow it. Oh, mate, allow it. Come on, bro. Why is the fucking thing not letting me send it in? Mate, why are you being a cunt for now out of all the times to be a cunt? Fucking hell. That was a mission, bro. I don't know why. Isn't today a bank holiday? Yeah, but the thing is, what we do now on the signals is if I take one on, if I mark something up on live, I'll just send it in, even though I don't like take a lot of them. So this one, for example, I'm not taking it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not actually going to trade this one, but it's just so some people, if they want to copy it, they can copy it. This is fucking getting too convoluted with shit there. So yeah, me personally, I'm not taking this, but we just send it in just so it's there if people do want. For any of you are feeling DJing and want to get into a little trade. It could potentially boom, but could potentially get fucked as well. Right, would have tapped in now anyway, so let's see. Let's see with this one. Let's see. Yeah, as I said, boys, I'm not getting in this one, but it's just for the live because a lot of the time we do mark up cooks on live, so the signals are not just EU. Yeah, so let me explain about the signals, boys. Let me explain about the signals. So basically, in the signals, we got the signals chat and then we got the live position. So basically, the signals chat is actual signals, trades that I'm taking, basically. So Stu will send the trades he's taking. Mace will send the trades he's actually taking. I'll send the trades I'm actually taking. But then we've got a separate chat. Here, I can show you anyway. Actually, it's just no point really. But it's called live positions, right? And this is live position. So any positions that we take on live, we send in here. So basically, because people would sometimes be in the signal. I would come on live and be like, oh, if you're in the signals and you want to take this trade, then just at me in the chat and I'll send it in. Because people would watch the live and be like, I want to get in this trade, even though if you're not sending it, I still want to get in. So we made that so. Oh, I need another drink. Yeah, so we made that so we can just send in any positions we have on live. So if people want to follow along and take it, it's the easiest place to be. So like this one, it's not me recommending you take it or anything. It is just the fact that You've heard me mark it up on live. You've heard me what I had to say about it. You've heard me say I'm not personally getting in there. But as you do pay for signals and you do pay for that advice, I'm going to send you obviously the entry, the exit, and the entry, the exit, the stop loss. If you do want to get in, with obviously my best advice, whether you should or shouldn't. Obviously with that message that I've put that I personally haven't got in. So it is up to you, man. But that's basically what we do with the signals there. For trades like this. Trades on a normal day, like you said, mate. EU, GU, EG. They're sent into a different chat, a different section. I better need a drink, man. Alright, boys, I'll be back in 2 secs. Everyone drop a like on the vid. I'll be 2 secs. I need the reverse. We'll see, bro. We'll see. Get rid of this so we can just watch the price action purely. Let's see where Nell's got in as well. What point did you get in? I'm assuming it was this fair value gap here, yeah. It's actually a bare nice entry. To be fair, if you got in Nell's entry, you haven't really got to be that worried. Yeah, Nell's entry's calm. It's just if this order block's going to come through, let's make it. BE, oh shit, I thought you said you got, wait. I'm gonna lie, no, you had your stop loss in profit. Yeah, you had your stop loss in like half an hour profit. Yeah, so you did get out of profit. I don't know if you did that on purpose, yeah, but your stop loss was above your BE. So you'd still be in right now, but... Fair enough, man. I mean, this is what it looks like is happening. It's either coming off here. Or it's coming off here. One of the two. One of the two. So let's fucking see. One of the two is gonna come through, boys. Probably see how this plays out and then jump off, to be fair. Market's not really looking too nice. This gold one's sitting in a little tiny bit of profit. But again, nothing enough to tempt me, really. EU and GU still moving down. What's EG doing? Still bearish. Yep, EG not really giving much. Oh shit, let me turn my face come back on. We inversed the FVG, so looks not good to hold it. Yeah, fair play. Fair play, mate. At least you got out a little bit of profit. And bro, even a break even is calm on these bank holidays. We didn't inverse it yet, but yeah, it looks pretty much like we are. We got, yeah, you did well to get out of that, to be fair. I always say it's better to hold your thing to full TP or full SL, but preference is preference, isn't it? Get them tunes back on. Yeah, let me know any other pairs you man are trading, so we can fucking get into them. To be fair, I don't think many people. If no one's in any trades, boys, I will probably jump off just because I wouldn't really recommend getting into any now because we are outside the kill zone. And, well, I mean, if no one's in any trades, power moving strong, yeah, trust me. Yeah, trust moving strong. Yeah, boys, let me know or I will jump off in a sec if anyone's in any trades. Be nice to have. Yeah, boys, I'm going to jump off now anyway. It seems like most people's hit B. Be nice to have to... Be nice not to... Be nice not have to... And just all the charts though. Be nice not have to... Yeah, I don't know really what you're trying to say. Well, no idea what you're trying to say, I'll be honest. I'm not trying to look at the charts. Yeah, it's good not looking at the charts, but you haven't got to look at the charts anyway. You haven't. Either way, it's going to either win or lose. Do you know what I mean? Whether it loses for stop loss or loses for break even, you're either going to win or lose. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, boys, I am going to jump off now. I will catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow, obviously, the market's going to be a lot nicer, so I will catch you tomorrow. Today's a bank holiday, so not really that much of a serious trading day. There weren't really too much going on, but tomorrow, boys, normal day. We are back and we are going to cook, boys. We are going to smash it. Anyway, I appreciate you tuning in, boys. And I'll catch you in the next one. If you want to get the mentorship or the signals ready for tomorrow, or get a PYC ready for tomorrow, which I can have you trading on tomorrow, send me a DM on Discord and we'll get fucking moving ASAP, boys. Anyway, thanks for the likes, comments, shares and subscribes. And I'll catch you tomorrow, boys. Sweet.